opponent is here, they're on top of me, and they have me stuck in side control. So first things first, we're gonna look to bridge to get our right arm inside. Point your right foot in the direction of your opponent. If they're on your left-hand side, it'd be your left foot. From here, bridge with the intention of using your bicep on their face to move them out of the way. Bring your right elbow inside. Now take your right knee to the hip and bring your foot higher than the knee. Bridge again, and now just slip your right knee inside and connect your knee and elbow together. Foot to foot, pummel your right arm inside and connect your hands in an S grip. It's gonna be tough to lock gable, so just lock S grip 10 finger like so. Now push with your feet and extend with your hands and break the lock of your opponent's upper body. Take your 2 feet on their hips, align yourself, and now you're right back in front of your partner, ready to go back on the knee. All right guys, 3, 2, 1. I'll be walking. So again, the first move we looked at was predicated on bridging. The second move, we feel like the opponent's much bigger and stronger than us, so we can't really bridge, so we're just gonna look to hit a reverse shrimp. Again, left hand governs distance. I walk my hips away from the knee. I look towards my left hand side. It's easy because they're cross facing me anyway, so that's the only way I can look. Left leg lengthens, pull your body towards your left foot, and then immediately turn towards your opponent like so. My knee and elbow connect on my right hand side, and I already have my left foot on top of my right foot. Left arm goes over the shoulders, right arm pummels inside, and I connect my fingers together in a 10 finger grip, an S grip like so. And again, no matter how tight your opponent holds you, even if they're bigger and stronger than you, it's the strength of your legs and your upper body versus the strength of their upper body. So you'll always be able to win that battle. And again, if you're advanced clamp guard, you can put feet on the hips, you can go into butterfly guard, whatever works for you. All right guys, 3, 2, 1. Not really chest to chest, so we have to utilize our frames in order to get back to a neutral situation. Probably one of my favorite things to do is to just heist up, especially when I have a collar tie. So this is what it's gonna look like. So, my opponent is standing, and let's say we're supine on our back. From here, they pass us towards our right-hand side. By pass, I mean passing our legs. They haven't successfully passed us, but they got past our legs. So right now, we're 100% on the defense. From here, not only are they in this position, but now they drop to their knees, so they're getting closer to that chest-to-chest contact. They have a hand on an ankle, they have a hand on the knee, they can sometimes have a hand on the hip, it doesn't matter. What they're trying to do is separate my knee and elbow to expose my chest-to-chest, or expose my chest to get chest-to-chest. So once we're in this position, first things first, I'm looking at my opponent, and I'm looking to get a collar tie here like so. Now, once I'm in this position, I can either take my left hand and look to pull the grip that my partner has on my ankle as I extend my leg towards my left-hand side, like so. And once I do this, I'm just gonna look to pendulum up and look in the direction of my opponent. What I don't wanna do is I don't wanna pendulum up and not look at my opponent. Because now they just stuff my collar tie or strip the collar tie and take my back. What I wanna do is I wanna protect my back with my head by looking at my opponent. So again, we have the collar tie, we strip the grip, we pendulum, we have our left hand on the mat as a base of support just in case they push into us, and I'm looking at my opponent so we're head to head. From here, as my opponent pushes into me, I just take my left leg to the outside. They continue to push into me, I use them as a base of support to come up to 2 knees. Now from here, we're in a neutral situation where we're head to head. I can either look to stand up and create a situation where we wrestle, or if we're in a situation where they go to reach for a collar tie on me, I can duck it, and from here, look to take their back. So again, my opponent is standing, or I'm sorry, my partner is standing. They pass me to my right-hand side. They get close, so we lock up a collar tie. If this grip on the ankle is bothering you, not on the outside, we take our hand to the inside of our 2 legs. From here, strip the grip by pulling your elbow to your ribs as you extend. Let's say if my partner is down, if he's down like so. If I was here and I gave them the ability to block this arm, and I tried to reach for their head, just move around, get away from me, right? They're always gonna be able to square up. Now, contrast that with me getting my hand on the head. When they try to move away from me now, it's much more difficult because I'm able to pull myself at the end of the lever of the spine, which is the head. Whether it be the end of the lever going to the tailbone or the end of the lever going to the head. If we control the hips and the shoulders, we're in a good spot to control somebody regardless. So if you can't control the hips, but if you control the head to pull yourself in, and then you can control the hips, you're in a good spot to solidify that side pin. So how are we gonna deal with somebody who's trying to grab a hold of our head? We're always looking to block that arm and then throw that arm over. So it's gonna look like this. So same thing. They're standing, they throw our legs on by, they get down to 2 knees instead of just having outside position where now they just get upper body connection. I'm gonna take my 2 hands and I'm gonna grab a hold of the bicep like so. Now, when Alfie tries to reach for my head, it's gonna be really difficult. As they continue to reach for my head, I push it on by. Do not let go of this grip. This tricep, this hand on the tricep is gonna help keep your opponent away from you at all times. From here, take your left hand to your temple and open your elbow up like so. It's gonna be really easy now to come up to a hand and start to sit up. As you notice, I have head height, so inherently I'm in the much better situation of this thing we got going on. From here, as Alfie tries to push back into me, I just slide out and I get my inside position and we're right back in front of our opponent, no longer in that dangerous perpendicular situation where they're trying to grab a hold of our head, trying to pin us, all that bad stuff. So again, always look to protect your head. Even if you forget everything else, even if you forget knee and elbow connection, inside position, whatever, as long as you remember conceptually, I cannot let this person grab a hold of my head, that's all that matters. When Alfie goes to reach, I have my left hand here like so on the bicep and my right hand here like so. So this is what my hand configuration looks like. So as they go to reach, I'm blocking. They'll continue to reach. That forward momentum, I'm gonna carry them over my head like so with my right hand on the tricep. Left hand touches my temple and I open up my elbow. From here, I come up to a hand and now I have head height. As Alfie continues to push into me, I just square myself up with my legs in front of my opponent like so, ready to go in on the attack. Again, the goal is to always be in a situation where if your opponent creates an angle, you face them because now you have your legs in front of you, and in Jiu-Jitsu, you can use your legs for attacks, and then you can be the one on the offensive side. All right, guys, and they're pinning us down to the mat. From here, same thing, use your left bicep to bridge. Your right foot points in the direction of where your partner is. It makes the bridge a little bit stronger. And we pummel our right arm through. Once I'm in this position, now, if you need to, you can do a second bridge to take your arm inside. If you can bring your arm down, great, but sometimes that's very difficult. So from here, bridge and take your arm down like so again. Now in this position, I take my left hand not on the shoulder, but to the side of the neck. My right arm comes down towards my partner's right armpit. Bring your knees together and be foot over foot. Now the goal is to kick down the body while my arms, sorry about that, bring the head upward. So now I bring my partner past my head as my body goes down the mat, and we get out of the side position like so. Immediately, so that I have an advantage, I look to pendulum and turn into my partner. From here, as I begin to stand up, it's easy for us to stand up as well, and now we're no longer in that problematic situation. We're facing our partner, and we can start attacking. All right, guys? Your opponent. I don't have to show you a technique, I just need to tell you what to do, and then intuitively you'll get it over time. And then later on you can incorporate that. Okay. There's always, learning is about what works for you. Yeah. Never subject yourself to like thinking that there's only one way to learn. Oh, it's all about it. Of course. Strategic fires! Be very aware of the shooting stars at focus. Yes.
No, you have to do it to our professor. First. Only problem is 6'4". There's 2.5. Yeah.
That's all we do. Calling Kyle, I'm ready.
That's it really is like slowly start cinching in.
Yep. I just keep out.
That was the thing, it's like, it wasn't really too bad. But then it's like, oh, okay, he's probably gonna burn stuff out here, and then it's after it feels. Okay, he's probably gonna burn something, it's tighter. And by that time, like, my neck is so stiff. Yeah. That's good, man. That's really good. So big.